Microsoft gives you multiple ways to manage user accounts in Office 365 for Business. Whichever way you choose, your users need a sign-in account name and password that Office 365 can validate, or send to be validated by another service. Office 365 maintains its list of accounts in Azure Active Directory, which you get for free with your Office 365 subscription. With this list, you can assign licenses and permissions in the Admin Center or with Office 365 PowerShell. There are 3 ways you can manage your accounts in Office 365 for Business: Cloud Identity, Synchronized Identity, and Federated Identity. Use Cloud Identity when your users maintain their account only on their own computer or devices. Use Synchronized Identity when you manage a central list of user accounts with Windows Server Active Directory. Use Federated Identity when you use a third-party list of accounts or require advanced scenarios for authentication. Let's take a look at each one of these in more depth. Cloud Identity is the best choice when you aren't managing user accounts on your own servers. You want to run a trial or pilot of Office 365. You want to use a phone call or app as a second form of authentication. Or if you want to avoid integrating with a very complex Windows Server AD. For the Cloud Identity option, you need to create user accounts in Office 365. You can do this in the Admin Center or with Office 365 PowerShell. Office 365 automatically generates a password for each account. A helpful tip is to give users the same account name as they use to sign in to their local computers. For example, if Belinda Newman signs into her computer as Belinda N, it'll be easy for her to remember her Office 365 account if it starts with Belinda N, such as belindan@contoso.com. When Belinda signs into Office 365, she can change her password to whatever she wants. It can even be the same as the one she uses on her local computer. She'll use this password every time she signs into Office 365. When you use Cloud Identity, you manage your Office 365 accounts in the Admin Center or with Office 365 PowerShell. For more information, see aka.ms/o365cloud-id. Synchronized Identity is the best option when you're using Windows Server AD for your central list of accounts, or you want to leverage multi-factor authentication with Azure AD. You'll use Azure AD Connect running on a Windows computer in your organization to create the list of accounts in Office 365. When complete, the Office 365 list of accounts is the same as your Windows Server AD list. When users access Office 365, they are asked to provide their password, but it's the same as their Windows Server AD account. You assign licenses and permissions to Office 365 in the Admin Center or with Office 365 PowerShell. However, to manage accounts, including resetting passwords, you'll use Windows Server AD, not the Office 365 Admin Center. Azure AD Connect synchronizes your changes with Office 365. For more information, see aka.ms/o365sync-id. Federated Identity is the best option when you've already deployed Active Directory Federation Services, or ADFS, and want to use it for Office 365. You use a central list of accounts other than Windows Server AD. You require a second form of authentication other than those provided by Azure AD, such as smart cards or fingerprint identification, or if you require advanced scenarios for authentication, such as restrictions by work hours. For Federated Identity, you can use Azure AD Connect to add and automatically update the list of accounts in Office 365. This list does not contain password validation information. However, you can use this list to assign licenses and permissions in Office 365. To authenticate the user's credentials, Azure AD sends authentication requests to ADFS. ADFS then forwards these requests to your Windows Server AD, or third-party list of accounts for validation. When users sign in to Office 365, their computer sends their account name and password without being prompted. With Federated Identity, you maintain your accounts, including resetting passwords, through Windows Server AD or your third-party tool. If you're using Azure AD Connect, it automatically syncs your changes with Office 365. For more information, see aka.ms/O365FedID. For more information about identity in Office 365 for Business, see aka.ms/Office365 Ident.